we tread this path so bright, through the twilight into the night, crafting wonders with hearts as our tools, in a world where love ensures no rules. Oh, the stars above, they wink at night, approving the future. Our love apart, with every beat and every soul's embrace, a legacy of love we're set to chase. Through giggles and sighs, through joy, through tears, we'll build our haven beyond our fears. Layla, Layla, our cherished abode, where dreams and hopes shall never corrode. We'll create a spark, a life anew, for Layla, Layla, just me and you. A bond so deep, it's ever true. With every breath, our love will grow. On being a
Thank you, Fatima.
just me and you, a bond so deep, it's ever true. With every breath, our love will grow.
Thank you.
Coming so secret, songs of the you. She's the grace of the day. I fall the thinness of your truth. Ooh, I should see.
So this is another one of Kevin Beats. And today I felt like doing something extra because I remember one of my Caucasian mentors had told me less is more, and they told me, like that was when I started to move away from the busyness of like I try not to be too busy, but sometimes I think we have to remind others as melanated people, as deeply melanated people, what we have the capacity to carry, and carry well, and so, this melanin can carry a lot of things. We can pull off a lot. We can be busy and make it work. Amen, a woman. So today I wanted to pay homage to everything that our ancestors have the capacity to hold. We don't always have to be basic. We don't always have to blend in. In the words of what's his name? The one who say, you gotta pop out and show niggas. Sometimes you have to pop out and remind niggas, of what our ancestors are capable of. Hey, hey, Anadia, I love you. So, today, just from the video that I did with Tasha K about Tasha K, it brought up a lot for me spiritually. It brought up a lot for me spiritually, and I'm so happy that Anandia and Fatima is available today because I'm gonna be vulnerable in this video, and I really am glad that I got some moderators here to cover my back, while I open up and share. So today, like I said, I was thinking about this, bringing children into the American dream. Bringing children into this dream that was dreamed by these wealthy Caucasian, heterosexual men in this room. All of these wealthy, affluent, aristocratic Caucasian men met in a room some 100 years ago, and their dream became all of our dream, and we've been bringing our offspring into this dream. Thank you so much, Anandia. We've been bringing our offspring into this dream, and so I want to say, so since you said that about the look, I have purple around the eyes. which is for knowingness and sovereignty, around the nose, around the lips, and around the eyes. I have white, which represents protection. I have yellow, which represents creativity. And I have black, which also represents protection. And I have some gray dots on my lips because, we're the gray and the purple ones. So everything that's on my face is intentional, and it's a part of an expression that I wanted to have today. So everything means something to me. I want to channel sovereignty. I want to channel knowingness. I want to channel creativity. And I also want to be protected. And I also want to acknowledge the gray ones and the purple ones, a man, a woman. So yeah, so that is the story behind the face. But as I was saying, we often hear this narrative, and I haven't eaten anything yet. I just had my mushroom coffees because when I did this live, I wanted to make sure that I was speaking, with clarity, and I wanted to make sure that my ancestors could use me. I am hungry, and I was ready to eat, but I wanted, I went to the store. I got some adornments for this headpiece. I started braiding it because this is the big fluffy headpiece that I had made. So I braided it. So like I was intentional about this. I started thinking about it yesterday, and I was like, how do I want to look while I'm telling this story? Like what do I want to give while I'm telling this story? And so part of the look was inspired by a black female, a cisgender woman who lives across the street from my sister, and she has her hair braided and adornments. It's not this elaborate or big, but I saw it. I was like, I like that, and so like I always want to give credit to my inspiration. It was beautiful. I saw it, and I had to add the face and make it my own. But I definitely want to give credit to my inspirations. Whenever we see that powerful, ancient, maternal energy, I want to acknowledge that. But anyway, um, just getting back to the topic of bringing beings into this dream, like talking about bringing beings into this dream, and you always hear like gatekeepers or people in power or political, talkers, like people who are political. Hey, S child number 5, you always hear them talking, and you always hear them say stuff like, like if you don't have children, you're not really invested in society, or if you don't have children, you don't really know how to care about other people, like, and I think that is a projection. I think that is people speaking for their own capacity, their own range, their own ability to love and show up for others, because I feel like I have not biologically brought any children here, but I have been a mother to so many. I have helped to guide so many, and like when I love, whether it's my chosen child or one of my godchildren, I am literally willing to lay it on the line, for those that I call family. Like I'm not a fake person. Like I'm not finna sit here and watch. Like I can remember one time back in the day, like when I was younger, I okay, so this boy, he liked me, and um and this dude, when I was walking down the street, he slapped me because I was already, my femininity was apparent. I had on some stonewashed jeans. I had on I had on some stonewashed jeans. I had my hair cut in a bob. It was permed, and I had on like a croc top, and I was just flaming down the street, just flaming down the street. And the guy just slapped the piss out of me. He was so much bigger than me. And during that time, I was going through this phase in my life to whereas I was really being programmed and I was trying to fit into the idea that what I thought a girl was, and I was going off of what I had seen about girls on television, because I damn sure wasn't going off of what I had seen my mamas and my aunties and my sisters do. And so, I was being seduced by the box. And so, the box was telling me, I was trying to be I was a black girl, but I was channeling white girl energy. Like I went through an awkward period, I want to say from my early teens all the way up till about my mid 20s, maybe my mid to late 20s. I went through this awkward period of trying to mirror, like, even though, I'm a Gemini, so sometimes I would be Banji, sometimes I would be Hood, but there was still this part of me that was trying to mirror what television taught me femininity was. And so there was this part of me that was brainwashed. And so when he slapped the shit out of me, I ran to some men, I ran to some guys because he was bigger than me to protect me. So I ran to my uncle who lived right down the street, and my uncle would not fight for me because my uncle did not want to arouse suspicion, because that's a whole nother video. But my uncle was doing some inappropriate things to me. God got us rest his soul because he's not here anymore. But he was close to our age. And his best friend, who I'm not going to name, who I was madly in love with for years, was the one who pretended to be my cousin and came down the street and fought for me. So so them two fighting in the streets. I'm standing there because I didn't like to me, I think a cowardice thing would have been, you could have called me a coward and said I was scary if I would have got somebody to come fight for me and ran away. But what happened was, I stood right there and watched the whole thing. Like, I was kind of like, because okay, so they started fighting, so he started fighting him for me. Then somebody came and jumped in. So then when somebody came and jumped in, that's when my uncle jumped in and helped him fight. And then another dude jumped in to help the dude who slapped me fight. So three dudes are fighting my uncle and the boy that I was crazy about. And so then another dude, his cousin, the dude who was fighting for me, came and jumped in to help him. So now it's six dudes fighting in the street because somebody slapped me in the mouth. And I was just standing on the sidelines, like holding my jaw. And now looking back, like, cause the one who started fighting for me initially, he said, "Okay, I'ma help you in fights in the future, but you need to fight for yourself. Like, you need to jump in and you need to fight for yourself." And when he told me that, that's when I started to like snap out of it, because I was like so shocked, and I was like so like I couldn't believe, first of all, I couldn't believe that this many dudes was in the street fighting, and it was because somebody had slapped me in my mouth. So I was really like standing on the sidelines, like really like in my little, like clutching my pearls. Like, that really was the vibe. Like, that Gemini had kicked in, and it should have been the other Gemini that was out there picking up shit off the ground and hitting people. But I was 14 years old. Like it was this thing with me when I was little. Like, when people used to beat me up, I would let them get away with beating me up. But if you hit my sister, or if you hit my cousin, if you hit any females in my family, you got the other twin. You got the violent twin. You got the twin that was ready to fight. But a lot of times I would not defend myself. That's the crazy thing. Like, people would get over on me, people would hit me, people would bully me. People would bully me, and I would let them get away with it. But um but when you attack my cousins, like when you attack my family members or my sisters or something like that, I will lose it. So he had to tell me, he was like, okay, I'm gonna defend you. I'm gonna fight for you. I'm gonna, I'm gonna help you. Like when they trying to be, when people are trying to, and he did, like, and after that, because I knew he had my back, I never let him have to fight for me again. Like I really started standing up for myself, and I really started fighting for myself. And I think over the years of repeatedly being abused, because as a trans, deeply melanated, feminine person, we've always like kind of been treated like the bottom of the barrel and disrespected. And so I think as I've gotten older, I was telling my sister that today, like now, girl, I be ready. Like I try not to get myself in situations where I have to fight, because I know I've been taking hormones. I know I got a sex change. I know I'm gonna have to go all out. Like I know it's gonna have to be a life or death situation. So I try not to get in violent situations. But just with everything that I've had to carry and everything that I've had to hold all of these years, I really don't have patience for a lot of shit. And that's why I've learned how to surround myself with people who I could trust. I'm very guarded about who I share space with. I'm very guarded about who I let into my personal space. I'm very guarded about the people that I let get close to me. I'm very good at screening and vetting before you get too close to me, because if I let you get close to me and you play in my face, and I already know, girl, I'm dealing with this nothingness. I'm a sex change. I've been moaning for years. Girl, it's gonna have to be extreme. Because if I feel like you threatening me and you playing with my life, I'm not gonna be letting you bully me. We're not about to do that. And so it gets taken up to a whole nother level. It gets taken up to a whole nother level because I know how compromised my body is. Like I can't just be getting out here tussling with you, you know what I'm saying, and thinking that's enough. If I really feel like you trying to do me, then girl, I'm gonna have to do you eternally. Like I really and I so that's why I try not to put myself into those situations, because y'all remember that movie Belly, where with a woman, she sat on that balcony and she dove off of that balcony and slit his throat. Like that's really low key my spirit animal. That's really low key my spirit animal. So it's like man. Let me see what y'all said in the comment. Thank you, Fatima. The look is given. Oh, you live 100% pure love. Mm-hmm. Apparently, I'm a Gemini too, as we're now back in the 13 zodiac signs. Child, I wonder if mine just switched around. Love bringing kids into purgatory and calling it legacy. You better say that. They out there damn mind sending babies down to punk hell to suffer from delusion and halfling slaves. And everyone seeks to bring any soul into this plantation to me have got to be insane. This Nazi regime is global and the tyranny is at an all-time high. And so y'all are pretty much echoing my sentiments. And for a long time I hadn't wanted to say that. It doesn't mean that I don't love children, cuz I do. I adore children. I want to protect them. I want to keep them safe because I know how unsafe I felt as a child. I know how vulnerable I was as a child. And so if it happens, if children come here, I'm all about helping them and protecting them. But it's so many here now. It's so many coming here. And this is why we have, children being stolen, children being treated like cargo, children being, trafficked for, sex, and it's just so disheartening. And to hear, politicians who are oftentimes associated with this, to hear the church, which is oftentimes associated with a lot of the horrible things that happen with children, trying to shame queer people and trying to shame trans people for not wanting, y'all are not procreating, y'all are not participating in this ritual. Like, to hear them trying to condemn us and to try to make us sound like we don't care about family, we don't care about people. No, we care so much that we don't want to bring that energy here. We don't want to bring those celestial beings here. I used to be a person that used to be against abortion. Before my awakening, before I became conscious, and before I became fully present in my body, as present as I am. I think, consciousness grows each day, a man, a woman. But before I got to that space, I was against abortion. I was one of those who was right along with a lot of, your Candace Owens. Like, I probably would have agreed with her on some of the things that she was saying in my Christian day. I probably would have agree with, what Angela Stanton had to say in my Christian days. Abortion is wrong. You're killing a life. You're taking a life. Energy does not die. It's transferred. And if you don't have the capacity, if you don't have the ability to provide for these children, and it's becoming harder and harder to give these children a quality life, because to me, it seems you have to be extremely wealthy to be a halfway decent parent in this reality. If you don't have extreme wealth, you can't assure that your children are going to be eating quality food, because even if you got your own farm, they constantly trying to take your land from you. They constantly trying to pollute the environment, pollute the air. They constantly trying to set you up to make you lose at farming so they could take over your land. So if you don't have enough money to fight, then 9 times out of 10, it's very hard to ensure that you are going to be able to give children a quality life, because the only thing that's free is the air. And like I said yesterday, they polluting that. And so to bring a child into this reality and not have Beyonce coins, and the gag is, even with Beyonce coins, you still not guaranteed to have children who are normal, because their family it's a whole lot of stuff going on. And I don't have a judgment. Like, I'm not like Kanye, because I would never say anything negative about children who process information differently or think differently. But as a queer child, as a child who could not suppress my relationship to my foremothers, and who was labeled with a mental illness, who was diagnosed with a mental illness because of the fact that I was trans, I know how it is to be alienated, to be ostracized, and to be persecuted because you don't think like everybody else, because you don't navigate society in the way of the average halfling, because you don't fit into these construct ideas of what it means to be someone born with your specific genitalia. So if you're not able to perform that in the way that society thinks you should, all of a sudden you're being labeled slurs and being called derogatory names. And so to have your child to have to go through that, you can have this reality has proven that you can have Beyonce money, and your child is still not safe from slander. Your child is still not safe from psychic attacks. Your child is still not safe with Beyonce's money. You still can't completely protect your children. And so to bring a child here and to not have any money, to bring a child here and to be wondering how you gonna make ends meet, to bring your offspring here to hell, to purgatory, and you cannot argue and say that this reality is a normal. You who? Who wakes up every day to struggle? Who wakes up every day to work their ass off for a little bit of joy, a little bit of happiness, a little bit of peace of mind? What type of reality is that if not slavery? And so you bringing children here to help carry the load because they're not coming here to change anything because y'all are so afraid for your children. You teach them like when I listen to black people who bring children here and I listen to black people talk about the conversations that they have with their children in order to navigate the law, in order, like especially with their black male children, the conversations that they have to have with their black male children, these conversations are so degrading. They're so belittling. And so to have to program your child, to have to program your offspring with these types of messages simply because you wanted to have a legacy in hell. And it's hard to feel completely sorry. It's hard to feel completely sad because you chose not to adopt. You chose not to make a home for a child who was already here. Who did you chose not to. You wanted to see your DNA here. You wanted to see a direct descendant of yourself. And I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna keep it as cute as I possibly can. There's rumors that the government is getting the concentration camps ready for trans people. There's rumors. We hearing it amongst the trees. We hearing it, in the whispers that the government, that they working on Project 25 and 2025, and the first ones they're gonna throw into the concentration camps is the trans people. And this is allegedly why Hope jumped up and fled at the first sight of stormy weather. When the going gets tough, the tough get going. um this is what I have to say. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. And I'm very careful about the things that I put out. I'm not just here trying to entertain you, because a lot of people don't mind being slaves. A lot of people don't mind as long as they got favor from master, they good. And to those black people, to those deeply melanated people, you are not my spiritual direct ancestry. Yeah, we connected somewhere, but you're not my direct spiritual ancestry, and a celestial fuck you to you. Now, when I'm speaking at other people's events who I know don't fully support me, who I know don't fully support my message, who do not share my content, who have not shown me the loyalty that I know I deserve because I've shown this type of loyalty to them, to those who do not show me that type of loyalty, I'm not finna put myself on the front lines for you. When I come to your events and I speak, I'm gonna keep it cute. I'm gonna sing a song. I'm gonna say a hymn. I'm gonna do a little poem. I'm gonna try, and I'm being honest as I possibly can. I'm not coming to try to galvanize the people like Hope said. Y'all want me to come back and y'all want me to galvanize the troops and y'all want me to get the troops ready for war so she could run back to Mexico. I'm not getting on anybody else's platform, and I'm not finna galvanize any troops. The only place that I do that is on this platform, because this is the hill that I'm willing to die on. What I say on this platform is what I mean, and I will stand on it 10 toes down. But when I go to other people's platforms, when I go to other people's house, I'm going to try to lift your children up. I'm going to try to inspire you, encourage you, give you some soothing balm, give you a little band-aid, put a little healing on that thing. I'm going to say a poem, try to inspire you and encourage you. But me coming to your platform, me coming to your space and saying things that's going to make my dossier that they got on me even thicker. No, especially when I know you're not going to have my back, you gonna run and hide when the shit hit the fan. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not doing that this year. We're not doing that in 2025. I will show up. I will support. but I'm going to be very strategic about what that support looks like, because I know a lot of you are not there for me. I know a lot of you don't support the mission of wholeness. You will pretend like you do when it's convenient for you. When it's convenient for you to use the information of this platform, you will pretend like you are in full support. But a lot of you, you only worried about yourselves. You only worried about yourselves. You worried about your immediate direct family. And so when you talk about bringing children into this reality, it handicaps a lot of y'all, because you be so worried about your direct offspring, which unfortunately probably is not going to change anything in this reality, because you've conditioned them so much. They've been so brainwashed, they're more of a halfling than you. They can't go farther than you, child. They probably won't even go as far as you went, because you've coddled them and you made them helpless and you made them all but useless. And so you willing to lay your life on the line for this one being, these one or two beings that probably won't have the capacity to impact change on a grand scale. And so I was glad that I didn't have any offspring, because it's freed me up to speak to many, to try to share my message with as many as I can. It's freed me up to be able to do that. And I thank my mother, my father, my great grandmothers, and my great grandfathers. I thank my ancestors for putting that on me, for giving me that knowledge, for giving me that insight to not be selfish and to not bring my own offspring here, so that I could focus my energy on elevating and reaching as many as I possibly can. Because there's going to be those ones that you could reach that you probably wouldn't be able to reach if your energy is so focused on your direct offspring, a man, a woman. And first you got to do that work on yourself. And a lot of times you don't have time to do that shadow work on yourself, because you too busy trying to teach your children some shit you never did. You too busy trying to make your children go farther than you ever went. And how can they get there if it has not been modeled for them? You too busy riding your hopes and dreams, riding on them. But what I will say on this platform is this: if the children come from me, if the children come from me because of some Project 2025, I'm going to say this, and I want you to look me in these lashes when I say this. Y'all better make it quick. You better make it quick, because if you get any ideas that you want to do some torturing, you get any ideas that you want to drag this out, you want to make an example, for as long as I suffer, that's how long you will suffer. That's how, bitch, when I leave this body, when my soul leaves this body, bitch, I'm going to curse at least 5 to 9 of your bloodline. 5, at least 5 to 9 generations of your bloodline, I will curse. You better make it quick. Because as long as I have to suffer, that's how long, Celestial, I have chills. Because I mean this with every cell in my body. Bitch, I will punish your offspring for generations. Bitch, I will look them in their faces from the heavens as I curse them for generations. They'll be falling sick and ill, and nobody will know why. Because what you did to me was unnecessary. So what I'm going to do to your offspring is going to be unnecessary. So all I have to say is, if you have any sense, it's still going to be repercussions. But if you have any sense at all, make it quick. Have that much sense. Make it quick. If any of you ever get so bold to free me from this avatar, to free me from this vessel. Make it quick, bitch. I don't want to fight because I know the demon will unleash and draw blood, so I keep it cute. This is a lot of Geminis. On another note, you are beautiful, Kaneen. Thank you, as child number 5. I don't want no kids to go through what I went through. They don't deserve that at all. I shade. That's what I said. My childhood was traumatic. When you are feminine and look older and are built different, the predators will try you. Yes, they will. I always had booty. And they grown men when I was a child. That alone is trauma. Try you and play with you. Baby, I had one sister, her mama's boyfriend, her mama's boyfriend raped her when she was 3 years old and put her in a tub of ice to draw her whole back up before her mama got home. At 3, raped her, put her in a tub of ice to draw her insides back up before her mama got home. I had another girlfriend who all of her uncles had a go. Got drunk and had a go. And because of that, she grew up liking a lot of group sex. $100% a quality of life, yes. To me too, pure, even though they're part of the cycle. Me too. Even though they're part of the cycle, I watch them pay. I feel like Beyonce kids, celebrity kids, are living a whole nother world that's unexplainable, being in the headquarters of the predator, aka Hollywood. Because the wolves want a piece. Bringing babies here to me makes them baggage claimers, punching bags, sexual objects, and accessory props. Not concentration camps for the dolls. Yes, they saying that they supposed to come for the girls first. And they saying everybody gonna stand back and watch, because they feel like if they get the girls, then it's gonna be done. But we already know it's not gonna stop with the girls. It's not gonna stop with the girls. It's not gonna stop with the girls. If they think it's gonna stop with the girls, bitch, you out your mind if you think it's gonna stop with the girls. If you think they just coming for the dolls, if you think they just coming for the dolls, they said, one of my sisters was like, it's gonna be they're gonna call it a re-education camp, like where they trying to, you know, doing shock therapy and all that old shit they used to do, to try to get it out of you, to try to change you. Truth be told, there aren't any troops. Community is full of cowards. That's right. That's right. That's right. And a lot of these so-called, advocates who care so much about community, when the dookie hit the fan, when the metal meets the road, They gonna show you who they are, just like Hope did. Bitch, they gonna hit it. They don't have no loyalty to this country, to these people. My loyalty is to the land. My loyalty is to the ancestors who suffered here and who were erased. I can't go to another part of the world and be invested in that fight when my work is not done here. I tried that already. When I left and went to Africa, I tried that already. I tried to leave and go to Africa. And when the pandemic came out, I was right back over here. So I'm not doing that no more. Child, I said I don't even I wanted to go visit Paris, but I don't want to get stuck over there. So I said the thing that I want to do, I want to treat myself. I want to go to Hawaii because I've never been to Hawaii. I want to go to places that I've never been before in America, but I'm not leaving the country. I'm not leaving the country right now. I'm not leaving the country until we see what's finna go on these next 4 years. I'm here for it. And when I get on this platform, I'm going to say what I mean and mean what I say. Now, eventually I'm going to get my Zoom group, and that's where these conversations will be happening. But for now, I'm going to say what I'm saying on here. Because, ma'am, when I tell you I ain't got no run left in me, bitch, I ain't running for office. And bitch, I ain't running from this office. I ain't running for office. And I ain't running from this administration, bitch. Bitch, I'm through. Bitch. Bitch, I jog. True. It raises flags that they want to make camps for us first, allegedly. Right, 100% pure love. They scared of us damn near the shit. They paint they pants attempting to confront us. So this gonna be interesting. Because you're not confronting you're not confronting what you confronted all those years ago. Because I'm letting you know before I leave this body, I'm letting loose a nasty curse. And you ain't gotta worry about cutting my tongue out. Cause baby, mama's so fierce with it. Bitch, I could cast without opening my mouth. Bitch, I cast from here. Ma'am. Ma'am, I'm casting. Bitch, I don't need to talk to cast. I don't need to speak to cast. Please know that. Bitch, I don't need to say any words to cast. Maybe I cast telepathically. And I already know how it's gonna go down. Cause when you get a sense that they coming, like when you get that vibe that they coming, child, spirit gonna recalibrate. Cause I know, like, we know when it's our time. We know when it's coming. My grandmother knew when it was coming for her. My auntie knew when it was coming for her. They literally told me. My auntie told me the last time I saw her. She said, send me pictures because I don't want you to feel guilty for not checking on me. My grandmother, the last time I saw her alive, she said, I'm ready to go. I'm tired. We know when it's coming. We know when it's time. And child, me recalibrating this temple to be ready, to be aligned, to be in celestial alignment. Oh, chill. A lot of people with warrior spirits are either dead and gone, ostracized, or in self imposed exile because the community is overrun with grifters and cross dressers. You better say that, because that's what the mainstream is. And some of the warriors are working for the oppressor. A lot of the warriors is on the side of the oppressor. It'll be your own that they send at you. I love what I love about you is in Kanye, you think about other people. Like my friend Raven, oh, that ninja smacking someone, Raven wrong one. That wouldn't have worked with her. I think about having children. I feel like life gets shorter for me. Like I'm gonna be 30 if I have a kid now. It's like my life is over till until 50. Mmm. Not to mention the hood ship King Father Jesus. Why won't he do it lobotomy? MK Ultra programming. They love that lure to install through violence and shame right before abandoning those same said children. They because I'm starting to believe that this whole Christian thing is a MK Ultra. Child, they didn't done something. Fuck with God, got his children. That's a permanent fatal grave decision. Exactly. American dream never was for black people. Mmm. Yeah, Fatima always be on it. TS fuck with me and get this work. Ooh-wee. Hex for seven generations, sister. Hex for seven generations, sister. This type of power gonna knock them straight out this realm. I'm ready for battle. I see the demons every move before they think it. I know that's right. That's why I've been, trying so hard to like taking this medication for the nothingness has been a big obstacle for me. They knew what they was doing, introducing HIV and having it hit black people like it hit black people because HIV is attempting to attack the DNA. And they know that we're moving into a space where our genetic power is going to wake up, where that power and that melanin is going to wake up. And so the medication is in part meant to attack the DNA. But that's the intent, and it's a battle. Every day it's a battle because I have urges and desires that I don't naturally have. And I know it's the medication because when I'm not taking the medication for long periods of times, I'm able to reset myself. But when I'm on that medication, I have carnal urges for food I don't eat, for stuff I don't drink. Like it's so hard to be disciplined with my diet because I know that medication is fucking with my DNA. And it's fucking with my DNA at a time where I really honestly I need to be. And so I know for me, it's gonna require for me to go off of it. And when the real battle happens, when the real battle breaks out, I'm not gonna be able I'm not gonna be able to do that. I'm not gonna be able to do that. That's why for some of us, we've been so brainwashed and we've been so conditioned. Once the medicine get cut off, it's not gonna take a lot of us long to get sick because we have in our mind we've accepted that we can't live without the medication. And one of the things that I've purposely done is went for months. One time I went 9 months. And so because I know I'm capable of doing it, it has not. But there are people who have not missed a pill in 20 years, in 10 years. There are people who literally they don't believe like and what you think is what you're gonna manifest. And so if you're that dependent on the medication in your mind, you'll literally make yourself sick. You'll put the message in your mind that you're gonna die, that you're not gonna let like some people are that programmed with the medication that if they was to go off the medication for 2 or 3 months, and then this you have to be clear with the medication. The medication is programming a lot of us, who don't have the discipline to eat extremely unhealthy and to participate in very unhealthy things that your body cannot handle without the medication. Like literally, you'll fall sick eating the stuff that you eat without the medication. Because the food will be attacking your body worse. The things that you entertain through your diet would be attacking your body, would be destroying your body if it wasn't for the medication building your immune system. So once you go off the medication, all of the damage that you've been doing to your body with the food, it becomes. And so that's why it's a constant battle for me with my diet. I'm constantly fasting. I'm constantly giving up this, constantly giving up that. And it's a war. Like it's literally a war. Like taking the medication so that I can maintain an undetectable status because I know now I'm still at this place of I feel like I do feel like I could heal myself completely, but I think in order for me to heal myself, I would have to go off the grid. Like I would literally have to go missing for a while. And I don't even know if I came back what type of person I would be. I'm kind of afraid of that level of fasting because I don't know who I'm going to be. I don't know who I'm going to be fasting for 40 days, giving up food, giving up all of that. I don't even know who I'm going to be. I don't know if I'm a shapeshift. I don't know if I'm going to go into my avatar state. I don't know what's going to happen. Like I'm a little scared of my own self, bitch. Bitch. I'm like, let's save that for when you gotta do it. For right now, girl, just try to take this pill as long as you can, girl. Cause I don't know what I'm gonna give, girl. I don't know what door I'm gonna open, girl. So I'm not gonna say I can't heal myself. I'm just gonna say, girl, I don't know if I'm ready to open that door. But when I ain't got no choice, I ain't got no choice. Contract this up and they're trying to redo the colonial process starting with us. That is a ritual. This how they did it the last time. They got rid of us first when they started America. You're right. You're right. You're right. If you do your research, they got rid of us first when they started America. The two spirity, they got rid of us first in order to create the binary and create this reality. And the reality is falling apart and they're trying to reset it. That's absolutely correct, Fatima. That's absolutely correct. And that's why this is not the time to be bringing these special, especially if you don't have the capacity to teach your children wholeness. Like if you're gonna bring children here to perform halflingness in this matrix, if you're gonna bring halflings here, this is not the time to be bringing up halflings, because we need spiritual warriors. We need whole ones. If you just gotta bring some babies here, don't bring no fucking half. Don't turn no whole one into no halfling. If you just gotta bring some children here, don't bring no fucking halflings here. Stop motherfucking breeding halflings. We need more trans women with a heart like yours. Most are not pleasant on the inside, and maybe it's just what they've been through, or they just nasty, rude persons with bad attitudes. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm. Make you wanna just messing with the babies. They gonna have to force us to go to camps, and they got a typhoon wave of karmic debt to pay. Cause baby, when I tell you it's some celestial ancestors that's waiting for that moment, and baby, when we cry out together, it's going to rip through the cosmic fabric. When we cry out together to them ancestors, it's going to rip through the cosmic fabric, and all type of apocalyptic things is going to start happening. You thought that God of the Bible was something, sending locusts and all this. You thought that was something. I would get choked. I would get choked out while being touched. My ex used to play choke me whilst having, and it would make me climax. Ain't that some shit? Oh wow, that was from what happened to you as a child, huh? Mmm. I wonder what trans cosplayers are going to do when the rapture starts. Cause I think that this is going to bring about the rapture. Like what we are calling the rapture in the Bible is really gonna be them doing some foolishness. Yes, I heard the term re-education camp, which sounds like a sugar-coated euphemism. Mm. Detransition and run back to church. A lot of them, and that's the ones who hungry, who transitioned because they was hungry. They was trying to get a coin and some meat. They was trying to get some meat in their throat and in their booty hole, and they was trying to get a little coin. Oh, honey, it's gonna be some gay. It ain't gonna just be the girls detransitioning. It's gonna be some lesbians detransitioning. It's gonna be some studs. It's gonna be some gay men. Oh, honey, baby, they finna go into hiding. It's gonna be some gay men. It's gonna be some studs. It's gonna be. It ain't just about to be the trans community. It's about to be all up under the LGBT community. I've given my life to God. I don't. Oh yes, honey, because this is heresy right here. Once they get that Christian law like they want it, once they get the power of the church like they want it, and they're able to do like they did back in the day, they're able to persecute you and punish you and say that you're doing. You could look at me already and you could tell what they're gonna say about me. You already know what they're gonna say, and bitch, it's all true. It's all true. But where I'm different, you can't abolish me through burning me at the stake. You can't get rid of me, bitch. That's just gonna make it worse. Cause I don't know how I might respond. Bitch, as my essence is leaving my body, bitch, I might take over about 20 or 30 bodies. Bitch, I might turn into a typhoon in the sky. Could you imagine the women that they burned at the stake and all of that? They were literally evaporating and their essence was just going everywhere. Their essence was just going everywhere. Bitch, I'd be done seeped in the whole crowd. Took over the whole motherfucking crowd. Everybody watching. I'm everything you think I am, bitch. And more. Mm. I don't know why she thought Mexico was far enough. Well, I guess that's a perk of not physically transitioning. All they gotta do is change outfits. That's right. I ain't leaving America, but sometimes I wonder how it is somewhere else. Chad, it's gonna be the same script, a different cast. I can't sacrifice freedom of speech. The camps are already made. I've seen the cages and the so-called FEMA camps. It's all over TikTok. Exactly. And them eyes. We're way more powerful than them. And it's some ancestors who have like literally been waiting for us to be ready. Like it's some celestial energies and spirits that have just been waiting for us to be ready. Have been waiting for us to cry out to them. Have been waiting for us to have enough. That's what people don't understand. The reason why they haven't intervened because we've been down here dealing with it. Cause I'm be honest with you, I ain't cried out to nobody yet. I pray, I acknowledge the ancestors all the time. You hear me now lighting candles. I light candles, I thank them, I acknowledge them, but I ain't cried out yet. I haven't asked for an intervention yet because I know that when I do, it's going to impact a lot of people. So I don't want to do it until I have to. Because everybody not going to get the outcome they want when we call on them. Because everybody, some of the people that we love ain't even they ain't even in formation. They ain't even in the right position. So when you make that call, some of the people that you love who just been doing their own little halfling thing, like they say, bullets don't have no names. So when you do that cry, when you let out there, when you call on them and you ask for them to intercede, when you ask for them ancestors to intercede, some of your little halfling cousins, your little halfling siblings, your little halfling people that you love, that you've been holding your tongue for, I try not to summon that because I was looking out for y'all. But when they came for me for the concentration camps, you bitches was quiet. You bitches was on the wrong side. You Negroes was on the wrong side. So hey, you get what they get. It's fuck around and find out season. First they came for communists and I did not speak out because I was not a communist. Then they came for the socialists and I did not speak out because I was not a socialist. Then they came for the trade unions and I did not speak out because I was not a trade unionist. Then they came for the Jews and I did not speak out because I was not Jewish. Then they came for me and there was no one left to speak for me. Martin Niemoller. I've heard that before. That's a very powerful quote. Lamestream media, honey. That's mainstream. They lame. Yes, that was a good quote. Christianity, aka MK Ultra experiment. You better say that. 1313. Ephesians 6. First, slaves, obey your earthly masters and respect and fear, and with sincerity of your heart, just as you would obey Christ. Wow. Obey them with their favor when their eyes is on you, but look like slaves of Christ doing the will of God from your heart. We have infinite superpowers and can destroy this matrix with one snap in our highest form. So let the halflings try it. It'll all fall apart. A man, a woman. Thank you, God Goddess. I feel sorry for the kids of the future. I think the resetting is over with for them. They 30,000. They 30,000 of ruling is done. Is done. Mm-hmm. Let giants awaken. You better say that. I'm I'm telling you, this is what's going to happen. Cause baby, when I tell you, bitch, I'm going to let out a squawk. I'm going to let out a squawk, let out a cry telepathically or out of my mouth. Bitch, when I feel it coming, bitch, I'm going to speak and say some shit that I ain't even know I could say. And bitch, the crevices of the earth gonna start opening up. And I'm not gonna feel sorry for anybody because you had all the time in the world to be on the side of people who would not want to persecute you, who would not want to punish you, who just trying to live. You had all the time in the world and you chose to demonize me. You chose to make me a monster because I don't fit into your box or your idea. You chose to be quiet and you chose to be a puppet and you chose to run up. So guess what? When I get ready, when I feel like they're getting ready to try to attack me and getting ready to try to harm my loved ones and my tribe, when I tell you I am going to scream and squawk and let out a cry that is going to wake up some unearthly. Bitch, I want them to come from the bowels of the earth. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Let giants awaken. Exactly. We always protected. Know that. I thought Trump at the end of the Bible. Yeah. Yeah, I felt the same way about this. This is a sign. DGSD. 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 Yes, honey. Because they going to be detransitioning too. Mm-hmm. Duh, baby. And Ark won't even save them after we get through. They're they're imposters who didn't transition with intent. You better say that as child number five. It's like Salem witch trials all over again. The Scarlet Letter, TS. You better say that. I want to shapeshift into a dragon. I want to shapeshift into a phoenix. That's our spirit animal. Either a phoenix or a kraken, a massive sea creature, or a phoenix. Oh, nasty kraken! Unleash the kraken, bitch. In due time, they will come. When my grandpa said it was towards the end, basically, he was begging to die. And I can't get that out of my head. It's been 2 years. Wow, he was ready to go when they come. Because he knew peace was waiting for him. When they come and the shapeshifters comes, it's finna blow everyone's minds damn near. These halflings is saying, oh yeah, they're gonna be scared. I'm sorry to hear that, Zanya Pooh. My condolences. Yes, Gaia Titans fitting to come. Y'all better speak that. Roll the whole tape. They don't want to speak on galactic forces and ancestors that's protecting us and will draw blood and destroy for us. And this is the thing. People will say, well, where they been? Well, why they ain't been showing up? And it's because a lot of us are so spiritually inclined, we have not been calling out to them. We have not been praying to them. We have not been asking them to intervene. I'm sitting up here telling you now. Like I've never went to my altar and asked for them to intervene. I've never asked for them to wake up. I've never gotten so mad. I've never gotten so upset that I have asked for that. But bitch, if y'all start playing with concentration camps and y'all start doing all that shit, you may as well count your days. Cause I want to believe that they got more sense than this, but if you don't, I feel the Kahuchu who is on our side, quiet as it's kept, cracking everybody. Oh, if I summon, I might get taken out to shit. They might as well unalive themselves at that point. Child, and that's the thing for me. Like, I'm totally prepared for that. Like, I'm totally prepared for the fact that if I summon, I might transition. But that's the point. Like, cause I'm going to be a part of whatever I summon. Sacrifice in sacrificing may be a part of the shape shifting because you do have to sacrifice your earthly vessel in order to shapeshift. Because once you shapeshift, you're not going back to what you was. You ain't going back, bitch. That's it, bitch. Once you take your next form, bitch. So that old form has to die. I think you need to be more concerned about Jesus's love, because we all are part of God's body. Yeah, we all are divine. We all are Christed when we realize it. Right, honey, God Goddess lives in me. I know you don't mean no harm with the Jesus loves you, but that's not what this live is about. Because a lot of the people that are persecuting us, they're persecuting us in the name of Jesus. So I'm gonna need you to read the room. Read the room. We're being persecuted and hunted in the name of Jesus. Right. He had to go. 100% pure love had enough. You tried to give him some grace because normally I saw you trying to be. I saw y'all trying to get this nigga some grace. I saw y'all trying to get this nigga some grace. You let this nigga make 3 comments. I'm like, they trying to show this nigga some grace, and this nigga is. Then he gonna come back and say, if you don't understand the message of Jesus, here come the MK Ultras, and these are literally the zombies. These are the zombies. These are the zombies. Hunted just like your ancestors were hunted and put up on pikes for Father God, King Jesus, made slaves for him. Yeah, lynched for, yes. MK Ultra, the MK Ultra is beyond. Mm-hmm. It's this these are gonna be the zombies. These are gonna be the mindless, because when you listen to them talk sometimes, it's almost like they don't have a mind of their own. When you listen to some of these Christians talk, it's literally like some of them don't have a mind of their own. And I guarantee you, if there are androids walking amongst us, if there are cyborgs walking amongst us, they are going to be programmed with that Christian rhetoric because that's the easiest way to make them blend in. You're not going to question a person's humanity, and you should. But you're not going to question someone's humanity if they start quoting Bible scriptures and they start reading from the Bible. You're not going to question if it's a cyborg or if it's a robot, because a lot of y'all automatically, when you hear that Christian stuff, you automatically think that this is a human being. But that's a perfect way to integrate cyborgs and androids into society. That's the perfect way to integrate bots into society. Because once they start talking about King Jesus and Father God, King Jesus, y'all gonna go for it. And relentlessly, without question, no arguments, no fuss, no nothing. Just believe it and keep quoting scriptures and keep. Y'all gonna say, "Oh, look, they on fire for the Lord." Oh, look, no, bitch, they're programmed. That's the programming, bitch. Reading off of, yes, already, they already robotic zombies. Their personal Jesus was really Legion. It's the most primitive yet most successful lobotomy. They monotone NPCs and are real and blending in. God is unfortunately going to destroy people who are deceived and believe in idol Jesus. They not even real people. They're empty vessels. Everything is a program. So we gearing up. We gearing up, children. We gearing up. And the stakes are high, honey. The stakes are high, honey. The stakes are high. And this is just, this is the time, like, um, I wanna bring it back to this. I'm very thankful that I did not bring biological offspring into this dimension, into this reality, because it has freed me to do this work, of elevating and reaching as many as I possibly can. I'm just so thankful that I was able to wake up from this delusion, wake up from this idea of the fact that because I was born with a penis, I was supposed to only mirror my forefathers. I was only supposed to connect with my forefathers. I was supposed to suppress a half of myself. By not bringing children here, I was able to birth my whole self. I don't want to cry because I don't want to mess up my face paint because I want to take some pictures outside. But I was able to birth me. I was able to fully become more of me in this reality, and that's not easy. It's not easy. Anybody who is living in your truth and walking in your truth and being all that you are, and allowing yourself to be a vessel and an avatar on this plane, you know that birthing more of you into this reality, bringing more of you, not your offspring, not your seed, not your eggs, but birthing a more fuller and a more whole version of yourself, not allowing this reality to reduce you, not allowing this reality to diminish you, but bringing more of your soul and more of your spirit and more of your power into this plane. That is a lifetime of work. And I'm so glad that I was able to do that. I'm so glad that I sacrificed the ability to be able to bring offspring here so that I could bring more of me here, so that I could uncover more of myself, so that I could realize more of myself. And in doing that, I've been able to model that for others and help them to become more fuller versions of themselves, and versions of themselves that will be able to utter words, that will be able to snap their fingers, that will be able to say things that will cause all of this bullshit and all of these lies to crumble. That's my prayer. I want us to know how powerful we are. The ones of us that they said were the weakest, the ones of us that they said were worthless, the ones of us that they counted out. You are. You have been chosen. You have been selected by the ancestors to undo all that has been done, all that has been done to us. And when it is time for you to open your mouth or wave your hands or whatever it is that you feel compelled to do, when that time comes, I want you to do it with the discernment and with the heart of understanding that you have been being prepared for that moment your whole life. You have been every step that you've taken, every rejection you faced, every ridicule, every persecution, every sexual assault, every incarceration, all the suffering that you have endured, it has been to prepare you for that moment, and you will not fail. Everything that you have went through, all the times that they tried to reduce you, they're gonna get a rude awakening. Surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise. Surprise, the motherfucking prize, bitch. Bitch. Surprise, surprise, bitch. Bitch. That's right. No halfling ass in yourself. Be the raw, authentic form connected to your higher self. Allow the metamorphosis process to flow through you. That's right. Don't fight it. 2020 was Trump's last year of presidency, and that's when COVID started. I feel like 2029 for shift in the hit the fan, and that's Trump's last year in office. And that's the year of the goddess. That's the divine feminine year. He always in office during the divine feminine year. You notice that? It's always a divine feminine year. I don't think he gonna be able to play with her this time. He played with her last time. I don't think he gonna be able to play with her this time. I was in Africa doing that one. Oh, but I'm gonna be here this time. The only way I'm not gonna be here is if I'm not here. But I ain't going nowhere. I'm not leaving the country. It will not be in vain. Surprise, bitch. Bitch, you thought you seen the last of me. Surprise, surprise. Exactly. TMI is awakening 2029. Amen. They want me. All right, y'all. So we gonna close out with that. We had a good live today, though, huh? This was a good live. I wasn't expecting for it to be this good. I knew it was gonna be. I knew it was gonna be good, but I wasn't expecting for it to be this good. Yeah, this live was yeah. We had to switch the energy because we've been being messy, and it's all everything has a place. We are whole. Amen. They want me. But I wanted to have this conversation, and I'm glad that Donisha won't be around too long. You think Donisha gonna make it the whole 4 years, Jam? I'm glad that man stood up for Sarah McBride. I believe the only reason she don't stand up for herself is to keep her job. The camps are dead and burned to the ground. They better find somebody else to play with, huh? Okay, I'm gonna read the spell first, and then I'm gonna go into the others. All non whole ones who dare to climb the tower, make what they take rot and sour. Open now the gates of power. Let this be the time, let this be the hour. Deception and malevolent spirits breathing our auras, may their wickedness consume them entirely and devour. Unblock sacred primordial energy. Unblock ancient energy. Unblock and unlock the billionaire built dams at sea. Restore divine feminine power taken from me, we. Restore powers seized from our ancestry. A man, a woman, Lelim Leler. The candle is lit. I'm gonna have to get another candle because chill, it's all gone. I do have some more candles, but I love this candle. I'm gonna have to get another one though. The candle is lit. As we're thinking about this candle, we're thinking about all of our ancestors, specifically Zanya's ancestor, who she was remembering in this life. We're thinking about the ancestors who have come, the ancestors who will come, and the ancestors who are here. As we blow out this candle on the physical plane, it grows with intensity on the spiritual plane, preparing us for times that are now. As above, so below, as within, so without. In reverse, as above, so below, as within, so without. As above, so below, as within, so without. As above, so below, as within, so without. Thank you, God Goddess. Amen. A woman. Lelem. Leler. Daumanananda say Kua keep spinning and turning in Gani Iyanko Kalukalo, which means I am a child of God Goddess, and if I am, you know you are. Bound and round, both circle and square, we too speak life, so operations beware. Sending healing to those in despair, Il Babosawa, which means we come in peace, no harm to any Lelim Leler. I would like to give a special thanks to all of my moderators and all of the people who have contributed to making this conversation as powerful as it was, sharing your intellectual energy, your spirit to cast this spell and conjure this protection that our ancestors will need, who are here, the ones who are coming in the coming years and in the moments that are now. Thank you to Fatima. Thank you to Anandia. Thank you to S Child number 5. Thank you to Zanya. Thank you to you, me. Thank you all, even those whose names that I may have not said. 100% pure love. I would be remiss if I did not say her name. Thank you all for contributing to this conversation and making this a beautiful time to share. I love y'all. Thank you for the purple hearts. Thank you for the candles. Thank you for the candles. Y'all take care. Y'all be well. Did you see the Insane Clown Pussy show? Thank you for all the support, the love. I love y'all. Y'all take care. And I may not do a live for a while. I think I'm going to be taking some clips probably from this video and recycling them. And I may give myself, the rest of this week to just kind of like, because this was a powerful live. So I don't want to, I want to give people some time to set with this. I want, people to maybe rewatch it because I know I'm going to rewatch this one. But yeah, I'm gonna let this be the one. I'm gonna let this be the big one for a little while. Let her get her shine. And I'm gonna take probably recycle some of the little smaller clips, and I may make some little smaller clips. But I'm gonna let this be the big one. Hey, oh yes, it's St. Cloud Bussy. Oh, y'all on here. That's my baby. Okay, okay. Yeah, that's my trans masculine friends. Yes, all right now for bringing that energy into the live. I either it's evolve or either it's Uhuru. I love y'all. Thank y'all. So yes, um thank you so much for joining us for this live. You have a beautiful day. Take care, be well, and I will talk to y'all soon. Mwah. Reducing. I don't know. I don't know. It would be something chocolatey though. You know, I got to be girl. It's got to be something with some chocolate and some and a little crunch and a little cream, a little crunch and cream and chocolate. But anyway, y'all. Okay, so this meeting of the whole ones is officially over. We're out. I love y'all later. Mwah.